she ever does, actually, is scare the birds away.
I sometimes wonder, darling, if it might be possible for you to simply shoot the bird without all the dramatics.
I've disappointed you.
Not in the least. It's just that I'm not sure the Annie Oakley routine will be appreciated at the embassy.
My mother didn't like it either. She didn't consider it very ladylike. But I promise the future Mrs. Charles Wyndon will be a model of decorum.
I'm simply trying to plan everything, just as your dear mother would have done. I think 8 bridesmaids would be the proper number for a wedding of this size. You must ask them at once, Jessica, so that their dresses can be designed. Fittings always take longer than one expects.
I don't see what's wrong with a simple wedding, Lily.
Arthur, she's your only daughter. Don't you want to see her married properly?
Just happily.
Jessica will be a lot happier if she starts her married life correctly. Oh, the pot should never touch the cup, dear.
Oh, sorry, Aunt Lily.
The invitation list must be discussed so that we can tell the engravers how many we require. Jessica, you must decide on the pattern of your silver at once so that it can be properly engraved.
Whatever you think is best, Aunt Lily.
And after breakfast, we must talk about the flowers for the church. And then there's the music. Oh dear. There's still such a lot to do.
Wouldn't it be lovely to run away with the man you love and just get married?
Jessica.
Sorry, Aunt Lily. I'm sure everything will be perfect.
You know I loved Catherine, God rest her soul. But why did you have to go and marry an American?
England has so little vision, continuing to support the Sultan even though he grows increasingly unpopular.
We must do business with whoever is in power. In the Ottoman Empire, we do business with Sultan Hassan.
I suppose you believe that Tsarist Russia will fall as well.
Excuse me, Charles, have you seen Jessica?
The last I saw her, she was flying upstairs, followed by a flock of cousins.
It was at the British Embassy in Washington. Charles was an attaché there.
What were you wearing?
I don't remember.
You don't remember what you wore the first time you met Charles?
Oh, I remember what he wore.
Look at this. Oh, Jessica, it's beautiful. Where will you wear it? To bed. It's a nightgown, you goose. Oh, all this embroidery and no one will see it. Charles will.
Hush. I know about married people. You don't have to hush.
When did you know that you were in love, I mean? When he kissed you?
I can tell you the exact minute. We were playing bridge. It was me, Charles, my father, and someone from the French embassy. It's silly, really, but I just happened to look up, and Charles was frowning at his cards. He's not a very good player. I looked at him, and I knew. He must have felt me staring at him because he looked up, and he smiled, as if he read my thoughts.
Emily, Victoria, Charlotte, here you all are. Downstairs at once. You too, dear.
Aunt Lily, can I ask you something?
You cannot leave silk lying on a chair.
What's it like?
What is what like?
Being married.
You will get used to it.
Would you kiss me?
Oh, when I was a little girl, I could never figure out what couples did with their noses when they kissed.
You still are a little girl.
Are you going to be a strict husband?
I shall rule with an iron hand.
Well, you won't have to. I intend to be a wonderful wife.
You couldn't be anything else, darling.
I wish we were getting married tomorrow instead of 3 long months from now.
Jessica down yet? Something wrong? My leave's been cancelled. They want me in Damascus right away.
Oh, more riots?
I'm afraid so. Ambassador Grant wants a first-hand report.
When do you leave?
Tomorrow. I'm sorry, darling.
Well, this means the wedding will simply have to be postponed.
How long will you be gone?
It could be months.
Oh, Charles.
Or maybe the wedding doesn't have to be postponed.
What are you suggesting?
That we'd be married at the embassy in Constantinople.
A wedding at the embassy?
Well, it wouldn't be as elaborate as you'd have here, but...
Well, I don't care about any of that as long as I'm with you. Well, it's simple. I could go with you to Damascus and then on
Jessica is leaving tomorrow morning.
You'll come too. We'll all go, the three of us. Even Aunt Lily can't say that an embassy wedding isn't proper. Please, Daddy.
Of course, sir. It's your decision. Whatever you think best.
Well, I've never been to Constantinople.
Oh. Aunt Lily! Oh, Aunt Lily! We have to hurry. We haven't got a moment to spare.
Yes, dear, I know.
No, you don't understand. I'm leaving tomorrow. You have to help me pack.
Dear child, what are you talking about?
Perhaps Lily should come with us to finish your education, to tell you what you need to know.
I've done so little to prepare you for being a wife.
What could there possibly be to being a wife? I've seen the most stupid girls do it with so little effort. Don't worry, Aunt Lily. I'll get used to it.
Miss Gray, Mr. Gray, let me introduce Lady Ashley. I've asked her to join us.
Oh, how delightful.
Hello. Your young man so graciously offered me refuge. It seems there's not room for all of us in my compartment.
You're a fellow traveler, then?
Oh, I scamper about hither and thither. But my home is in Damascus. Even in the desert, one needs one's roots.
Lady Ashley is probably the most famous Englishwoman in Damascus. Some say it's easier to get an audience with the Sultan than an invitation to one of his soirees.
You're far too polite. Infamous is a more apt description.
Jessica, close the curtain. Now.
Keep silent and absolutely still. نحن مالكين.
Roddick! here.
I don't understand. What would the Bedouins want with the Sultan's men?
Retaliation. The Bedouins are always trying to insurrect against anyone who tries to rule them. It's practically a tradition.
But what if I was to tell you that the young men you have just seen were not Bedouins, but a group of Turkish rebels?
It's impossible.
It's only a theory, but there are those who believe that these young Turkish rebels have been behind every insurrection throughout the empire during the past 3 years.
Revolutionaries, then?
Of course. It's impossible to have a revolution without them.
And for hundreds of years, no one's been able to gather the people together to rise up against the Sultan.
Ah, but you see, these rebels are different. They've been abroad, been influenced by Western ideas. Oh, yes, they've found a new way of life, and they want to bring it home.
But is it so bad here?
The people here are subject to the whims of one single man who has the right to determine life or death. It's very hard for us to understand. We have a system that guarantees basic human rights. These people have nothing. No recourse, no rights, no hope.
Well, I'm not defending what Sultan Hassan has done, only England's diplomatic position.
Which is?
That these revolutionaries have neither the strength or support to overthrow the Sultan.
As I said, it's only a theory.
Well, not one which would make you very popular at the embassy.
A fate, I can assure you, to which I am well accustomed. Still, I think these rebels have been taken seriously. They're masters of disguise, and surprisingly cunning for men so young.
Fighting in the shadows, attacking, then fleeing. When do we make a stand?
Make a stand? With what, a handful of men? We continue striking throughout the empire, making Sultan Hassan feel our presence wherever he turns. He cannot ignore us for much longer.
And if he does?
Even a termite, if he's persistent enough, can destroy a palace.
In all of your books, you have never written of love. Is that what you will write of next?
A writer must take his inspiration where he can find it.
When Pasha returns, he must meet your inspiration.
All right, enough. Here, put these on. Disguise yourselves.
Tell them we have been informed that men from this camp took part in a raid in a train. That they took Turkish soldiers. Tell them we want to know where the soldiers are. Surely someone here must know something. You! What do you know? Tell me who led the attack. Such a beautiful face. See? What a beautiful face! A face this beautiful should not be disfigured. Tell them what I say. Tell them what will happen to her if she does not tell me what I want to know. Absor! Tell them!
Konuş, marjaniş, bu kusur ulduracak.
I tell you nothing.
Stop! Stop! Can't you see this man is not a Bedouin?
We need him and the others alive.
You must be taking them to the Sultan.
There are too many soldiers. We cannot fight them.
And I cannot let them go to their deaths.
There's nothing we can do. Not until they reach Constantinople.
What are you talking about?
I have a plan.
What plan?
We can bargain for their release.
How?
We can make a trade.
What do we have that's worth 20 men?
It's not what we have, but what we can get.
And what's that?
What the Sultan craves most.
I'm so glad you could come.
My father sends his regrets. I'm afraid he was quite exhausted from the train.
Oh, he's not ill, is he?
If he were, he would never admit it.
I'm sure he'll soon be completely recovered.
Good. Come along. How silly of me. I should have warned you.
What are they doing here?
Oh, they stop by from time to time.
Why?
Well, actually, they're relatives.
Relatives?
On my husband's side, of course.
Of course. That strange man you spoke to on the train, was he a relative too? Is that why you left us alone?
Jessica. It's perfectly all right. That strange man left us alone because of what I said, Nahnu Malachim, which means we are salt fellows. First, to the sacred ceremony of breaking salt together, rendering travelers safe among all tribes. So you see, even among strange men, there still remains a touch of chivalry among the Beduin. Ah, here he is. Jessica, Charles, I'd like you to meet my husband, Sheikh Beduion.
Hotel. We're staying there too, until tomorrow, of course, when we begin our caravan to the ruins of Palmyra. This part of the world has always held my heart. An empire set on the ruins of other empires. One can peel away the layers and find the Muslims, the Romans, the Christians.
But you must be aware of the danger of going anywhere now.
Oh, I think we'll be all right. But I would gladly risk it all in order to see the pink columns of Palmyra rising out of the desert stillness. There's no other sight in the world like it.
Sounds glorious.
What it is tedious, classifying human remains and all.
He's a good man, but he has no sense of romance. So I have to make my own. It's the only sensible thing to do, don't you agree?
Of course.
And he was coming toward me, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know which way to go. So I put up my knife, and I came toward him, and I cut his throat.
Oh,
so sorry. Went a bit too far then. It's a true story. It really happened. Are you all right?
The Arab object in life is to be free, to be brave, or simply just to be. And that's in direct opposition to the way I was brought up, which is to have wealth, power, ambition, whatever. And different from the others too. Take our young revolutionaries, who believe it is simply enough just to do. Movement, action for its own sake.
To be, to do, or have. Which do you embrace?
Only when you have tasted the desert stillness can you know what it really is, simply just to be. And then nothing can ever be the same again.
Are you all right?
Why is it that men always worry when women become reflective?
What's happened to my darling girl in crimson and green?
Just haven't been able to sort things out. Nothing's what I expected. It puzzles me.
The ruins of what?
Palmyra.
It's just an overnight excursion.
What about Charles?
He's busy working.
Well, I don't suppose you could get into very much trouble. Not with Mrs. Pendleton firmly in charge.
Thank you, Daddy.
Enjoy yourself.
Will you be all right?
Of course, of course.
It's a perfect day for beginnings, don't you think? I just had to see the pink columns of Palmyra. Get away from me.
Jessica, you've met Raddick. We were told he's the most expert guide.
I am best. I make all the right bribes.
Keep you safe.
Or just stay away from me.
Arthur, it's wrong. It's dangerous. I told her she could go. I'm sure it'll be all right. Bizarre.
Should never have let her go.
I thought it was fathers who were supposed to be overprotective of their daughters. Oh, cheer up, Charles. She'll be perfectly fine.
I just wish she'd consulted me first.
You're not listening. All young girls need to strike out on their own for a bit. When I was Jessica's age, I left a perfectly proper English gentleman with a perfectly proper English fortune to run away with a Russian count who was sailing for the South Seas. So you count yourself lucky. After all, what could be tamer than a little outing supervised by a middle-aged woman wearing very sensible shoes?
Missy, do you want water?
I'll wait for the well.
Why don't you ride?
I don't want to tire the animal.
And what tires you?
All right, Dickie, put her down.
What is it?
Nothing to be alarmed about, I'm sure. Quite safe. Raddick has made all the right bribes. Still, it might not hurt to consult with the little man. It's disappeared! It's vanished!
What is going to happen to me? Do you want money? Where are you taking me? Nach Nu Malachin. Understand? Salt fellows, you, me, fellow travelers. Means you can't harm me, that I'm safe, that chivalry is not dead among the Bedouins. Nach Nu Malachin!
I'm sorry, my Arabic is a little rusty.
You understood what I was saying? Why did you let me go on and on?
Put these on. We leave within the hour. Now, either you put these robes on, or I'll put them on for you. What's it to be? I thought as much.
Be careful of that one, my friend. Fair hair is unlucky.
Do you know how to ride?
Well enough.
This is yours.
There's no point to this. I don't know how to survive in the desert.
Stand up.
We were released after we had paid a small ransom, but they would tell us nothing of Jessica.
And you never saw her again?
Oh, I feel so desperately responsible. I'm so sorry, so dreadfully sorry.
Now, I respect the pair of you far too much to lie. And I am terribly concerned about Jessica. Because, you see, this follows no pattern. And desert people depend upon patterns. Well, they live by them. But there is one little thing in our favor. There is nothing in the Ottoman Empire that cannot be bought. And no secret that cannot be sold.
Thank you.
They belong to my wife. They're Jessica's now. You can start with these. Lady Ashley assured me there's enough here to buy every spy in the Empire. And should you need more, I shall make sure you get it.
We'll find her. I promise.
Merak Dur, merak etme.
Tell me his name. The one who brought me here, just tell me his name.
What have you learned?
The prisoners have confirmed our suspicions. The same group of young rebels that have been rioting throughout the empire were behind the Bedouin raid on the train.
The army has allowed this problem to continue for too long.
It is difficult to control a group which is unpredictable, which does not operate in a military fashion.
Perhaps the problem is not the revolutionaries, but the army.
Armies fight better when they are paid.
If I might speak, with all respect, a military solution to this problem may not be necessary.
What would you suggest?
Perhaps if the rebels were allowed a chance to speak.
Your Majesty might be interested in what they have to say.
How do you know what interests me? Your suggestion, as reasoned as it may be, poses a very difficult problem. One must always listen to what all people have to say, if their words can have effect. But these people with their vision of the changes they would bring, tell them.
There can be no law, but the Sultan's will.
So why waste my time? Or theirs?
The soldiers are becoming more discontented every day, and less willing to fight for a Sultan who rewards them only with hunger.
He spends his money on pleasures. He indulges his women with jewels and extravagances that exceed all bounds. He never sees a soldier so that they do not interest him. But he visits the harem every day.
Is he blind to the dangers? Blind to what's going on around him?
No, he was raised to believe he's invincible. There was a time when he listened to me.
And there was a time when you provided him with the most wonderful women in the world.
She's not in Damascus. In fact, she's been taken out of Syria.
Taken where? By whom?
There's nothing more I can do.
Arthur! Wake up! I've got some news. It's not much, but it's something. It's a start. Arthur! Arthur.
Whatever happens, don't say a word. Your life depends on it. This one is special.
I cannot offer you any more. Your way, then. All 20 prisoners for this girl.
What have you done? Who is that man? Tell me what is going on.
There is no other way.
When you are free, I expect you to continue with these writings.
Free?
You are very talented. It should not be wasted. So I want you to continue. And in these writings, you may speak about everything. Everything. Except, of course, revolution, liberty, the rights of the people, the rights of women, constitutions, plots, bombs.
May I ask, His Imperial Majesty, what remains?
Everything. Absolutely everything. The rain, the good weather, the dogs in the street. You can even speak of the Sultan, as long as you sing his praises. In short, you have full and entire liberty to speak of everything that seems good to you. You might also want to write that the army will torture and put to death every single woman, man, or child engaged in these traitorous uprisings. Write that a revolution against the Sultan is impossible because it is. Tell your friends, leave the empire or be destroyed. Remember what I've said? You are my messenger now. I'm counting on you.
You can choose to try and escape and meet your death, or you can choose to learn, study, and have a life grander than you ever dreamed.
Tell me, how can they do this? Lock us up and keep us here against our will?
I don't understand. Those bars are meant to protect us. I want to be here.
Do all women want to be here?
Mostly, yes. It is the greatest honor that can be bestowed on a woman.
What are you supposed to do?
We wait for the Sultan.
You mean we just sit here and wait for the Sultan to come take us away or be raped by the Kizlar?
Many things are possible in the Seraglio, but being raped by the chief black eunuch is not one of them.
Kizlar's a eunuch?
All the men in the Harem are eunuchs.
He said, tell your friends, leave the Empire or be destroyed. If the time isn't right for us now, it never will be.
We must have an army. There are men like us, rebels, fighting for freedom scattered throughout the Empire. Go and bring them here. We have one cause, we will have one army. We must. If we are to stand a chance against the Sultan's men, now is the time to emerge from the shadows.
I need your help. Well, what do you think of her?
I think she's lovely. But she's here against her will.
She needs a special teacher.
And who do you propose to be her teacher? I was only the Sultan's mistress. Never his wife. Never a Qadin.
You were the most envied woman in the harem. That's why you were his favorite for so long. There's never been another one like you since. He worshipped you.
He worships the Qadin. But I amused him in my own way.
So you're the new girl. Come closer. Take your clothes off. Let me see you.
What?
As the Sultan's wife, and only wife, I decide who pleases him. Will you take your clothes off?
There's no question of her being pleasing to the Sultan.
Your choices mean very little to him now. Will you please take your clothes off? How very ordinary. Get rid of her.
If it please you, this girl might be of some use to me. To help me take care of the dresses. Surely you will not deny me this girl in whom you obviously have so little interest.
Oh, if it pleases you.
Of course, we're dreadfully sorry to hear about your fiancé. Absolutely barbaric. But it was time for you to get back. Ambassador Grant is positively lost without you. Now, you must promise to get out a bit. I know how difficult this is. I'm very familiar with loss. But we can't be obsessive now, can we?
We must speak privately. At last I heard she was here in Constantinople. Now she seems to have disappeared from the face of the earth.
I will find the girl.
Where will you begin?
I will find the girl. That is all you need to know.
What's happening? What is it?
They're finally here. We've been waiting for months.
For what?
The boxes from Europe.
Accentuates the lines of the body. And when you move, it's as if you can see every muscle. Before you wed the Sultan, you will learn to dance and move with grace. Like the dancer in the garden. Come, let me put some on you.
No. I won't be one of his whores.
Of course not. You will be special. In the same way that I was special.
I can't be like you.
Oh, I understand. You're frightened of what happens between a man and a woman.
I'm not afraid, but this is wrong.
What's wrong with knowledge?
There's nothing here I want to know.
I see. I think this is a matter of manners, not morals. The problem is in the way that you have been brought up. They do say that the English have the finest women in Europe and least know how to use them. Perhaps that is why they choose to keep them so ignorant.
Knowledge has nothing to do with it. I won't compromise myself.
You will learn to make love to a man.
Oh, it pains me, my love, to see you so distressed. Remember, you're descended of the great Hassan, and you could make the empire greater still.
To whom do I make it great for? Myself or your son?
Our son. You were my passion before he was conceived, and you're my passion still.
Perhaps you do still love me. Perhaps it was not so impossible.
Perhaps the girls need not come tonight.
You gave me a son. That is enough. What is your name?
Gisla.
Write Gisla in the great book.
Years ago, only 20 people would have listened. Now look.
We have lived too long without hope. We have accepted oppression as a way of life. I have seen other places in this world. Places where people live freely with hope instead of despair. Promise instead of resignation. Freedom instead of slavery. Where men have a choice, a voice in determining the direction of their country. Now our children are starving. Our men are dying. Our women are mourning. It is time to break the chain of oppression. It is time to be heard. Time to fight!
Commander.
Why do you speak to me?
You don't need your gun. I am unarmed.
What do you want?
There are many others like you. Men who believe that the Sultan should fight the enemies of the Empire, not murder its own people.
And how do you know what I believe?
Your soldiers respect you, but they also know how you feel. There are others like you.
And where do I find these others?
We have men scattered throughout the Empire, willing to fight. But we cannot make a stand, not without real soldiers. Would the Third Corps follow you against the Sultan?
I can't be sure. Some might.
And would you lead them?
You're asking me to be a traitor to a man I've served all my life. And for what? The odds are against your victory. I would be leading my men into a certain death.
I asked you a question.
One I am not ready to answer.
Anything you want is yours.
You're very generous. What a lovely color.
Jessica! Jessica!
Fine, Rooster. Get the women back. Where is she?
She ran away.
We've got to find her. We've got to find her.
I know.
Come with me.
Let me go.
I take you to the British Embassy, to Mr. Charles.
There is a reward for that woman.
Mr. Charles will pay you more.
Is this the one you searched for?
Where is she?
Whatever happens, whatever you see, you don't make a sound. Be very quiet.
There are rumors that you're pregnant. Perhaps they're not rumors after all.
It's been 2 months. I am certain that I am pregnant.
I see. You must be very happy.
I am very happy.
Who's the father?
What do you mean?
Oh. Perhaps there have been so many men. The girl is unsure as to who the father is.
There is only one father. There can only be one husband.
Husband? There can be no husband until you've produced a son.
And when I do, everyone will know that the father is the Sultan. Our union is recorded in the Great Book. Therefore, I am protected. Even from you.
Bring the Great Book. I find nothing. No record.
But you must. I watched you write the entry myself.
Oh? It's possible that I've missed it. Perhaps one of you could find Gisla's name in the book.
But they can't even read.
Perhaps one of you remembers the night that Gisla caught the Sultan's eye. Does anyone remember that night?
Why are you doing this to me?
I'm following the law.
You are the first, Kadin. No one can take that away from you.
There is no record of your union with the Sultan. Therefore, you're either unfaithful or a liar, or perhaps both.
My child is no threat to you.
I'm protecting my husband.
If you love the Sultan, then save my baby.
Take her.
This is what happens to unprotected girls.
I will teach you what you need to know.
Before we can begin, you must learn to take pleasure in your own body. You've been taught that nakedness is shameful, something to be hidden. You will never be comfortable with a man until you are comfortable with yourself. Put aside everything you know. Start new, like a child. Open yourself up to the world. Loving involves each and every one of your senses. Look. Breathe. See yourself as he will. Touch yourself as he would. Awaken your senses, Jessica. Awaken yourself. Your body is for pleasure, not for hiding. It must please you so that it pleases him. Allow yourself that, and the rest will follow.
I know where she is.
Then for God's sake, tell me.
The money first.
Sir, what do we propose to do?
Do?
I have proof the Sultan is holding Miss Grey against her will.
And your proof, as you call it, is at best highly questionable. I mean, really, Charles, are we to take the word of a man who makes a living selling secrets? Who demands money for information? We must proceed cautiously. I suggest you continue with your search. And try to provide some more substantial proof that Miss Grey is indeed even in the palace. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have a luncheon engagement. Isn't your fiancé an American?
Her father was English.
Oh, yes, of course.
I'll get the pompous ass's proof. Do you want that on or off the record?
I seem to have forgotten my cigars.
I think you'll find them in the top drawer, sir.
I assure you, Charles, if you are able to offer some substantial proof, this pompous ass will immediately begin negotiations for Miss Grey's release.
Ustad, there's only one thing you can tell me that will please me.
And what is that?
Tell me that she is ready.
She's ready for the Sultan to see her. To bed her? I don't know. Jessica? It's time to get up. What's the matter?
Nothing. Just a dream.
Who were you dreaming about? A man? The Sultan? The Englishman? Who?
It's just a dream.
Tonight you will wear the emerald green, with no jewels. Perhaps a few rubies for your headpiece. When I was the Sultan's lover, I never wore my jewelry. I used to let my slaves carry it. They followed me, naked, carrying trays of diamonds and emeralds. It was rather effective.
It's an official function. Perhaps you shouldn't have come.
She's in there. I know she's in there. Charles? Charles, now don't do anything stupid. Charles, please.
Why do you continue to cover yourself?
It doesn't please you?
It would please me to see your face.
Being Guzdar means you will not be called like the others to be part of some meaningless orgy. Being Guzdar means you will be treated special.
When will he call for me?
Maybe tomorrow. 1 month. Whenever he pleases.
I see.
What we need is proof. A reliable eyewitness report that Jessica is in the Imperial Harem.
I know you believe this to be true, but are you sure you want to make it a certainty?
Well, can you visit the Khadin? I was under the impression you'd done so on many occasions.
Of course I can. I can go there tomorrow. But Charles, supposing Jessica is there, what will you do? What can you do?
The embassy will take some action.
Against the Sultan? Are you quite sure?
Positive.
Then perhaps the embassy has changed.
Lady Ashley. Oh, it's been too long.
Too long indeed. It's for you.
Oh, how lovely.
From an artisan I knew rather well once. He lives in Vienna now.
Oh, you must miss him.
On occasion, yes. I rather do.
Come, Sid. Give me all the news of Damascus.
All men are the same, and all men are different. What I am going to tell you now are things that no one else knows about him.
Do you mean mixing his potions?
Potion? Oh, but Jessica!
No, I heard the other women talking, and they said that
The
now he's
other
old.
women have no imagination. Aphrodisiacs are tricks that rarely get results. And when a trick fails, where are you if you haven't mastered the skills?
Would you join me in a cigarette?
Oh, please. Do you know, we can find nothing as fine as yours in Damascus.
You have to remember what kind of a man you are in bed with. The Sultan can be stubborn, sometimes blinded by his own pride, but he thinks. Beauty attracts him, desire holds him, but to sustain his interest, you have to use your mind.
Perhaps you'd like to take the baths.
I'd love to.
Eastern men study the mystery of satisfying a woman, and it is a source of great pride to them. So you must let the Sultan feel that you want him.
How do I pretend desire?
You may not have to pretend.
So the Sheik has not taken another wife, but he could have had divorced. You've done very well.
Me? What about you? The one and only Kadim. Women from all over the empire wonder how you've managed such a coup. Some even say you weave magic. But still, what with all the new girls coming and going, it must be difficult to remain the Sultan's only wife.
There are no new girls.
Oh, funny. I thought I saw some new faces.
Only young faces grown older.
There have been some kidnappings outside Damascus, and rumor has it the girls are in the palace.
And I've heard they're still in Syria. So, you shouldn't let your husband stay too long in the desert.
When I was the Sultan's favorite, we would spend hours together simply talking. I would amuse him with stories from the Harem. And I would draw him out and listen to him talk. I could make him laugh.
What if he doesn't like me?
He will.
What if he doesn't?
Jessica, everything that you value will depend on your pleasing the Sultan.
What I value or what you value?
Don't you want your freedom?
Freedom?
Yes, your freedom.
Must you leave so soon?
Oh, I'm afraid I must.
Well, not without a token of my pleasure at seeing you again. What becomes you these days? Rubies, diamonds, pearls, what?
Oh, you're much too generous. Thank you.
Don't risk your life or hers. It's over. She's gone.
She just stared past me.
Jessica, I'm your friend, and I tell you, that woman can't help you.
You're just obeying the Gislar's orders.
She can't help you. The only one who can release you is the Sultan. He is your only hope. Believe me.
Well, she is there. I saw her for myself today.
And you're certain she's being held against her will?
There's no question. She was kidnapped.
Very well. We should begin negotiations immediately.
Thank you, sir.
I suggest we approach the Sultan with gifts. Let's say we begin with 4 elephants, 2 tigers.
I'm sorry, sir.
4 elephants and 2 tigers.
I don't believe the Sultan cares for elephants.
He does like tigers, doesn't he?
Only if they come from Africa.
Oh, very well then. Let's begin with 6 tigers from Kenya.
I think it may prove easier to procure tigers from
What
India.
is easier is not at issue. I realize these things take time.
I find this whole conversation preposterous. Surely we have some diplomatic weight. Why can't we use it?
I think your approach is far too simple and direct to be appropriate. Sit down, Charles.
If we had a diplomatic position, perhaps we could use it. But without access to the Ottoman Empire, we lose our passage to India. And therefore, we need the Sultan, but the Sultan does not need England.
The fact is, we rather bore him.
In that light, surely you can see that it would be diplomatic suicide to suggest that the Sultan was holding a British citizen captive.
I can't understand why we must move so slowly.
Randolph, I wonder if you'd care to take Lady Ashley into the garden for some tea.
Ambassador Grant, Mr. Wyndham, I do believe we have been dismissed.
I realize you must be very fond of this girl. But you must see that certain things may have been forced upon her that would make her re-entering polite society quite impossible.
Nothing could change my feelings towards her.
And shall we continue with the elephants and tigers?
I'm so sorry. I hoped you were right that the embassy had changed.
I actually believed they'd care, that they'd want to help. And they're too scared to do anything but sit in their office and worry about protocol. But I won't give up. There has to be a way of getting her out of the palace.
There might be.
Well, whatever it is, I'll do it.
Even at the risk of losing your position here at the embassy?
Yes.
In that case, I think I might be able to help you. I know of one man who is cunning enough to slip in and out of the harem. He's also a man with a cause that I suspect is in a great need of money. If you want, I can try and arrange a meeting.
Yes. As soon as possible. I don't know how much Lady Ashley told you.
Your fiancé is being held against her will in the Imperial Harem, and you want me to help her escape.
I'm willing to pay a great deal for her freedom.
Is she British?
Yes. Her name is Jessica Gray. What's the matter with him?
The danger frightens him. You realize you're asking the near impossible.
The risk is equal to the reward. This, I'm told, could arm 1,000 men. I want an answer.
Gitme lazım.
Yakalanırsa ne olacak?
Yakalanamam. Bu paraya da ihtiyacımız var. I agree.
You'll get the money when you bring her to the embassy.
Impossible. Side is to get the money as soon as I enter the palace.
But if your plan fails, I shall be left with no other recourse.
This plan cannot be thought of in terms of failure or success. It'll end in either freedom or death for me and for your lady. Now, I am prepared to risk my life in order to arm our soldiers. Now, you must decide whether you are prepared to risk her life.
I have no other choice. I'm certain she would want to take the risk.
So you agree to our proposals?
Agreed.
I'll need something for bribes. Would she know this?
It belonged to her mother.
Good. Then I'll take it with me. And she'll know who I am.
Know who you are? Oh, she'll know who you are, all right. Well, I don't suppose you want to tell me how you plan to get into the palace.
I imagine it might be easiest just to walk straight in.
You're going to walk into the Imperial Palace, a man with a price on his head, just like that?
Just like that.
You understand the consequences of your decision?
Mm-hmm.
Then, if you survive the operation, you may enter the service of the Sultan as a eunuch by the end of the month.
Ah. I must be inside the palace walls tomorrow morning.
Impossible. There's no way you could recover from the operation by that time.
I'm not planning on having an operation.
Get out of here. Don't waste my time.
Now, what you're going to do is, you're going to lie for me. And then you're going to slip me in with the others.
You take me for a fool?
What I take you for is a very rich man.
The Sultan will see you tonight.
I'll get the other women.
Do you approve?
Whatever you think is best. Thank you, that will be all. I need some time.